are getting gorgeous today with Ann Marie Stonecypher from AMS Model, a woman who knows the business inside and out of beauty. And we are talking about the 5 biggest mistakes that women make with makeup. And it's true, you get in a rut and you've done, you know, this is what happens. So what would you say, what's the first one we're going to talk about today, Ann Marie?
The first one, we're going to go from the least offensive to the most offensive.
Okay, we're going to ease our way in.
We're easing our way in.
Don't feel bad, girls, because I'm guilty of this one today. All I could find was a dark brown lip liner, so I put it on. And now I have the black line.
No, you look fine. Well,
and
we've all seen this where they take, the first one is lip liner that doesn't match your lipstick.
Lip liner that doesn't match, okay.
And they only make lip liner in certain colors, so it's not going to be exact, but it's got to be pretty close.
Right.
So if you've got a really dark line there and you can see it, it's probably not the right color.
You all know the girl who comes in. You know.
Yeah.
That was in for a little bit, the real dark with the sheer over it.
Yeah.
But then what happens is
it was just a fad. It was just a...
in and out.
And
so it's out.
And actually, lip liner kind of fell out of favor anyway, and people are kind of moving away from it. All the makeup artists are doing a more natural lip line, and maybe just using a brush, a little lip brush, and that's like this, and putting their lipstick on with that. If you really can't, if you're really not coordinated with the tube, you can just go ahead and get a lip brush.
A little lip brush.
A little lip brush. Okay.
What's the deal with, is it, you tell me. It's your show, sister.
Oh, blush?
Yes.
Incorrectly applied blush. Okay. Now, back in the 80s, you probably don't remember.
I do. I was in high school. I was in my blush glory days. You see my prom pictures. Like the streaks, you mean, right?
Well, everybody...
It made us look skinny.
Yeah, well, everybody tried to do that, you know, the hollowed out thing. And you know what? There is a learning curve to that, ladies. And if you can't do it, then just do the apples of your cheek. And I brought lovely Vicki from the agency with us.
Okay.
And really, you really only want to... This is where you want to put it. You can smile and do the apple of the cheeks. Another really great trick is if you start from here and move in, you'll naturally get it a little darker here because that's where all the powder is.
Oh.
So come this way and then blend it. So like I said, come this way.
Stay there for me.
Okay.
How long, like that? And then how low do you go?
Right up to about here. And then if you don't want a line though, so I blend it back in just so you can't see where it stops and starts.
What if you're using, I did do this today, I used a cream blush. Same concept?
Yeah, and you can use a sponge. Do you use the little sponges?
No.
That will help you blend it a little as well.
Okay.
So
it's still on
just use one color, kind of make it look like you just did light exercise, the same concept. You're not trying to sculpt anything because...
Light exercise.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
All right, now tell me about eyeliner, because we all like eyeliner. But
yes, well, a lot of people make the mistake, I see it all the time, it's all black all around.
Yeah.
Unless you're Lillian Munster or Elvira, that is really not a good look. So what you want to do is, and I'll show you again on the lovely Vicki, close your eyes, honey, third of the way in, okay, and stay really low, close to your lash line. And here's a trick. If you pull up on your lid and do the line, you'll get it nice and close.
See, you're good, because that's why I use liquid on my top, because I cannot get...
Oh, well, try that trick.
Show me again.
Just pull up on your lid a little bit, and then draw right close. And then when you let go, the line comes right down into your lashes. It's a really great trick.
No.
And then underneath, we just want to go like a third of the way in. We don't want to go all the way around. We're going to make her look beady-eyed.
Yeah.
And beady-eyed's never been in.
I read in the hairdressers when I was reading Bobbi Brown's Makeup Essentials that do never put it on the bottom and not the top, or never put it on the top and not the bottom.
Right, you need to balance it
That's what
somewhat.
she said.
And if you have a thicker brow like Vicki does and I do, you can get away with a little more eyeliner on the bottom because you're balanced. But if you've got a very light brow, and I see blondes do it a lot with the dark black, it's harsh. You don't want to do that.
It's not working. Okay, and brown, anyone can wear brown.
Yeah, there's all different shades of it too.
Okay,
so it's
a good
safe. Yeah.
Okay, so now what are we talking about?
Foundation, mismatched foundation. People will put the wrong color on and you'll get that line of demarcation at the jawline. We've all seen that.
Yeah.
Bad, bad, bad. And also the mistake they make is they use foundation as concealer.
Okay.
Foundation is not concealer.
Right,
You have to use a special concealer under your eyes. You're going to cover better. It's going to last longer. Better all the way around. 2 different products.
Well, you know, I have a question for you, too. I once was told that you should put the concealer underneath first, but then when I went back and put it over at the end, it covered way better. What do you suggest?
You know what? I put mine on before my foundation.
Okay,
but,
so
it's
either or. Try both ways. And now this is number 1.
Yes.
I am guilty of it, and I did this in high school, and they never grew back. Over plucking, over tweezing, over waxing your eyebrows.
We have a fabulous before and after. Now, Terry, this is one of my models as well. The photo on the right is the way her brows really look. And I went into Photoshop and I took her brows away. Look at the striking difference.
Oh, yeah.
How, I mean, she's still beautiful, so she carries it, but it's bad.
Yeah, but
she looks like Whoopi Goldberg.
So
Not
those
a good
were
look.
those were in the pencil thin, and then so what do you do if they didn't grow back?
Well, you know, you've got to use a pencil, and they make some really good ones for blondes now. So it's not like you have to get a black liner and draw brows on.
Okay.
You can get a nice light, like a fawn color or a nice...
Fawn.
Yeah.
I always get nervous when I pick out a pencil because if I go black, I look like super black. So do you go a shade lighter or you do
Yeah,
your
I
hair
use,
color?
like even myself, my brows are dark. I don't even use black. I use like a dark brown.
A dark brown,
A dark brown. And I fill in, because as we get older, they get thinner.
Yeah.
And it's really important to know where they should start and stop. And Vicky's got beautiful brows here.
Yes, she
I've sent
does.
so many new models home to grow their eyebrows and then come back. No lie.
Can you put Rogaine on your eyebrows? Someone told me to do that once.
I heard that.
Just don't blind yourself.
I'm going to
Okay.
not comment on that one. But
right.
the proper way to groom your brows is it should end here,
Okay.
line from the corner of the eye to the nose to there.
All right.
And if you make a line here,
There
it
in.
should start there. And then the arch is really important. People blow it with the arch. The outside of the iris, I can't
Is the
really.
arch. There
Yep,
you go.
There it should be.
All
And
right.
she's got really great brows.
That helps.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ann Marie. We appreciate it, and you're a good sport. Look at this. All right, when we come back, do you guys have candles? How do you care for them? We have all the tips you